Hello and welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This is going to be episode 19. I am Wombadger and I hope you enjoy the show. We're gonna pick it right up where we left off with the train finishing its round, coming right back to the oil pickup. So, well, I just had the train running there a bit. I had to think about things, and I would like to get a rail connection here rather soon. Even though production here isn't going to be going all that fast, it's still going to fill up our resources here rather quickly, and we've got bitumen going nowhere right now, which is an issue. I suppose we could set up some trucks to take bitumen around to our various asphalt plants. Realistically, it'd only be practical to take it to this one right now. Our asphalt plant, yeah. And in the near future, I would like to link this rail all the way down to our area we've been ignoring for a while. I don't want to ignore this forever. I don't even have the rail set up to connect all that. Okay, these guys are confused again. So maybe I should have a focus on these guys for a little bit. Oh, and that's let's just turn that into a two-way again. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of that. And we're gonna have an issue. What's getting done out here? Absolutely nothing. Alright, we gotta help these guys out. Because this is getting ridiculous. We're gonna want fire coverage out here as well. Do we have a fire station placed? I don't even remember. I've been ignoring it for so long. We do. Okay, let's get that built. And how are we going to want to get workers there? I'm thinking a road directly across here would be our best bet. How's this place looking? It's looking all right. Yep, we're full up on gravel and stuff. Nobody's working on that. What are you guys? Have you guys decided to work again? No. You got nothing. Well, crap. Really hate that. That's really annoying when they don't. Because they should have no problem assigning themselves to this stuff down here. That's a big problem. You guys are getting work done up here. I don't have any steel up here. That's an issue. What you guys got going out? You get a lot queued up, which is fine. Yeah, so let me have a look around here and see what I can get figured out. Oh, we got trains backed up. Why? Didn't I put a signal in there? Did that... Oh, maybe that was because of the crash. It never... Okay, you're gonna have to... We're gonna have to help him here again. You go ahead and turn around. How's our gravel? We got a lot of it. No workers. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit to get some workers in there again, which is problematic. What am I gonna do with these rails? Because when I put this in here, I wasn't planning on having this. I know with this end I can just tie them directly in. Okay. Turn around, buddy. Somebody should be coming. Yep, somebody's coming to work on that. Somebody's coming to work on that. Well, that's all good there. So, somebody's coming to work on the bridge again. Guy's slowing up traffic. You got nobody. So just tell you to go to the other one. You've got a full load. All right. Car production will be back up and running shortly. Okay, so I know you're thinking, what the heck am I doing? Well, we got a whole lot of potential production just going to waste. And yes, I know it's it's worth so little, it's probably not worth it. But I'm gonna do it anyway. And we'll see if that keeps gravel flowing. Just put one car on it. Just one little gravel train. Hauling out gravel. We'll put a little more traffic on the rails and... yeah. Hopefully it'll work. You're coming to grab fuel for the rail construction office. Really wish these guys would auto-assign, but since they won't, we'll do it for them. So let's... road connection. Oh. Ah. That's something else that we lost in the crash, I guess. So let's go ahead and throw that in there and see if that'll fix that. There we go. Alright, they are working. They aren't assigning this. I'm guessing that's just a little too far for them. Okay, that's fine. At least Soot Mountain will start being built now. So I think the next thing I want to do is start putting down rail over towards Coalslaw. Because once we get the rail to Coalslaw, the next stop after that, I believe, will be Lessie. So let's actually take a look at the map over here. Let's see. Okay, Lessie sits on oil. Okay, so there's... looks like there's some... looks like there's some iron deposits in this little mountain here right across from Soot Mountain. I don't know if that'd be worth considering, like, this mountain right here across the river from Lessie, I think? Yeah, because that's Coalslaw. That's Lessie. So this mountain right here has a ton of iron in it. I think that's where we'll set up our major iron mining operations. Oh, we can click on here and see what this is. Okay, so this mini-map extends beyond our border even. And so I was wondering what this was up here, and it's this custom house. Znotov. Okay. That's cool. It looks like we even have our power lines showing up on here, which is very cool. Of course, there's our refinery. So here's Carsaw, Coalslaw, here's Lessie. So really, once we get Carsaw connected to Lessie, we're halfway to our refinery. That's interesting. Okay. So I think that's... I think the plan now is going to be running rail from this junction here. We're going to run that up to Coalslaw. Hook that into... around Coalslaw, we're going to have a major loop running around the entire perimeter of it. And then we'll have lines feeding into the unloading and the loading. And then from that exchange around the perimeter of Coalslaw, we'll start running it towards Lessie. And I think Lessie, we're going to pretty much do the same thing with the huge perimeter exchange running around it. And then we can have spurs feeding into train stations for workers. Because Lessie, I think, is going to be our primary population center to supply workers to Coalslaw. And then off of that exchange, I don't know if I want to jump the river and connect all these here, because we really don't have anything going on over here. really all of our activity is basically in these corners. And we are kind of shooting out towards the center here, towards Lessee. And I think it might be better maybe just running past here and then hooking up over here in, I can't remember the name of that town, but doing a nice exchange right here, going by this town and hooking up near our oil refinery line. And then we'll be able to start running fuel and bitumen down to Carsaw, and then we will also be able to start running cars by rail all the way up to our western front. I really need to name those places so I can remember them. So yeah, that's going to be the immediate project. It's going to be putting the rail in between this exchange and Coalslaw, and putting that rail all the way around Coalslaw. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that. So let's go ahead and put the video into overdrive here and start laying track. To get started here, going to remove some of this road because it is definitely going to get in the way. And I'm going to try and run this loop around the edge there down on the low side, and then it's going to have to come up to a high point here. And I'm just going to kind of average some of that terrain out there for it, so we get a nice smooth track running through there. Not used to having so many bulldozers working on that at once. It's have to take a little bit of a different approach at it. And definitely going to go with a tunnel through there, but it's gonna it's gonna give me a lot of trouble. I'm going to be changing my mind a lot about how I want it, and right now I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I'll double track this loop around it, so I'm setting it up to do so, and that just looks weird as hell. So I do end up changing my mind, going back to a single track, and I'm just going to have it a single track all the way around, because at least as of right now, I don't see a need for having it double tracked. Maybe in the future when I have more points coming off of this exchange, but as of right now, I only plan on having 2 points really come into this exchange. There, we're going to drag the track around the low side, cut it into the downward slope towards the river, make a nice cliff face there for it. I think that's going to look pretty darn cool. And it's going to give me some trouble trying to figure out how to effectively bring that back up to the point I need it at, but it'll get done. We're going to go here, and it loops for me real nicely there. Gives me a nice cut in, so I'm just going to cut it in a little bit deeper because I already see that road right up ahead of me, and I'm like, I don't want to have any crossings on this if I can help it, so I'm going to cut the track in deep, and then when I replace that road, I'll be able to put an overpass over the track. There we go, level it out a bit, and it's wonderful. It cuts in a little more for us there. Just continue it along, cut right through that little hill. And we're about to close up the loop. Went really well. It's not a perfectly shaped loop. This is the first time I've made a loop essentially this big, and it is just absolutely massive. And I'm really hoping it'll work out really well. So here I'm going to cut out these roads because I want to eliminate as many rail crossings as I can. And of course, just to run the rail, you definitely want the roads out of the way so that you can run them through there. And I'm just going to hook in this aggregate unloading train station here. Tie it in and bring it down the other way. And I've already got that road out. So just bringing it down. And I am gonna double track that. Not for bi-directional traffic, but both of those tracks are going to be running the same direction, But that way I can have 2 trains in there at once, because this is a huge coal processing complex. I mean, we're just going to have tons and tons of coal ore being brought in there. And then I'm doing the exact same down here at the loading station, where the coal, after it's been processed, will be loaded up and taken out to the various points of use around the country. So definitely going to be a lot of train traffic in there, which is why I put double tracks in there. Now I'm trying to figure out a good way to basically bring the track over, connecting Coalslaw to this interchange right outside our rail construction office. And I'm noticing a lot of issues with the track laying vehicles. I'm just trying to play around with the signals, get those running. A little bit of magic happens, and everything's going again. Getting that bridge built up. So everything over there should start getting built up fairly quickly. It's actually starting to make some decent progress now. And here I'm just going to play around with extending the rail out from the Coalslaw loop. And I don't like how it's raising up, so I'm going to average that terrain out. Draw the track out. Of course, we got a building fire. Yeah, that's great. It should get handled. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Just trying to get that tied in nicely, so that it looks somewhat decent. And I'm just going to have to draw it out farther, so that there's no, like, extremely weird angles on it. And now I'm going to go over to this other exchange, bring out the leveled terrain areas, and I'm going to run a rail bridge across. And I'm going to have to do it a couple of times. Probably bring that out a little further, just so I can get that bridge in there and still have enough space to make that turn so that it can connect, because it's going to be double tracked. So just gotta try and work that turn in there somehow. And it's able to go there. Might work out to being a little weird, but it'll get there. And that just looks horrible, so we'll try that again. Yep, that's better. Now we'll put this other bridge on the other side, and we'll just tie it in here. Now the really difficult part of getting that track to go down to the level I need it at, it's going to require some more bridging. And I'm going to have to play around with these bridges here for a fair bit, trying to get them to work. Try and cut that in, and it just doesn't want to cooperate. So I'm going to have to do it in little sections at a time. You know, bring it out like 5 or 6 spaces, drop it a height, and just repeat until I'm at ground level. And in the end, it ends up, I think, looking pretty good. So, yep, that wasn't working, so redo it. Gonna have to get rid of that road, which is perfectly fine because we've got a bridge there. We'll be able to run some road under that, no problem. Okay, it still doesn't want to cooperate there. So let's try this again. There we go, just getting it all lined up evenly. And I think it looks pretty good. It's definitely very over-engineered considering the area that it's in. You know, there's really not a whole lot of anything around. It's out in the middle of nowhere, essentially. And it's this humongous rail bridge, but it looks pretty cool, and we'll probably end up putting some more in there. Okay, so wow. We've had some progress over here at Soot Mt. This is great. Got some conveyors going in. Got some foundation work done for a train platform and our first mine, as well as a conveyor engine. Okay, they're working over here too. Nice. Okay. So I think now that I think that crash is what really screwed me up, because I thought for sure I had put that road in, but it's in now. So we're getting stuff done. Definitely getting stuff done over here now. And this track is all plopped down, ready to rock and roll. Just gonna have a single one-way track going all the way around Coalslaw. And then I went ahead and tied in the stations. I figured we could have, you know, we might have some serious traffic going through here, dropping coal ore off and picking coal up. So I went ahead and put 2 tracks in for that. And I still have not put in the passenger terminals. And the reason for that is quite simple. When I left off of Coalslaw, I still had no idea exactly how I was going to do it. But now that I've got some infrastructure plopped down, it's looking... Yeah. I think I could do that. I still don't know exactly. We'll wait until this starts getting built up anyway, because running workers out here is going to be like the absolute last thing we actually need to do to have it operational. Now, I do need to fix this road. I don't know if I'm going to do it right now, but I don't want a rail crossing here, because with this being a major exchange like this is going to have a lot of traffic flowing through there. A lot of train traffic. If we have any long-haul truck routes also, there will be significant road traffic, so we won't want those getting tied up by the trains that are going to be continuously flowing through here. So I'll probably put in an overpass somewhere. Maybe across here even. That area looks like it might handle an overpass well. But we'll be coming back to that. Anyway. Alright, well, I'm well on my way to 3 hours now of recording. So I'm gonna have to wrap it up shortly. Let me see. I think I got everything in that I really wanted to get in over here. I got all the track laid there. That's all connected. Let's go ahead and approve those construction plans. Yeah, this is probably about 1 million rubles worth of rail right there. So we're gonna go ahead and let our rail construction office handle it. And let's take another look at Soot Mt over here. Looks like we still have materials rolling. Materials rolling in there nicely. Our commuter trains here are still running. Oh, and that could be the other thing, when we do eventually get this rail connected over to our western border, we could transfer that larger commuter train over to here and see how well it handles it, like do monitor a trip of taking workers to the vehicle factory and check the time on their travel. Yeah, these guys are getting held up. I think it's because this gravel train's just coming through here right now. Let's see. Okay, I think we could probably afford to put another car, maybe even 2 more on there. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, we're doing just fine. Okay, it empties out into that, yeah. Yeah, we don't need another car on that train, I don't think. I think that's keeping our production moving just fine with the gravel. which we don't have it very well optimized anyway, because we have, you know, these are the only personal vehicles in our entire republic. Last chance to buy the TE7. Well, that was a big train. I don't think I want to grab one though. Don't need... There really isn't much need for the largest locomotives in this game. The smaller and mid-sized ones do just fine. I still really like this area here. This whole little mountain here. I love the winding road climbing up it, the overpass over the rails running through this ravine. I think it looks really cool. So I think I'm gonna give us some glamour shot here. Let's try and cut that border out. Yep, there we go. Here comes our gravel train. So slow compared to those commuter trains. So while we're just sitting here watching this glorious little mountainside, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all your support. And in addition to that, we've got Yaros Mouse. Thank you for subscribing. And Tessu 101. Thank you for subscribing, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching, and as always, have a good one.